Hello yogis, namaste. Today I'm going to guide you through a short practice that's meant to be practiced in the afternoon. In the middle of the day, you kind of fall into that little bit of a slump, you get a little sleepy. And if you don't have the opportunity to be able to take a nap or the luxury to be able to take a nap, you need something to pick you up. And sure, you can grab a cup of coffee, but coffee has this tendency, especially in the afternoon, to give you that buzz and then you come crashing down. So I think yoga is a healthier option and it's a much more satisfying option too. So again, about 20 minutes or so this practice. If you have two blocks and you normally use blocks for half moon pose and triangle pose or a pyramid pose, so your hamstrings are a little tight, have some blocks available to you. Other than that, you probably won't need anything else. So again, I hope you enjoyed this practice and we're going to get right to it. So come into a tabletop position, and once you're in this tabletop pose, spread your fingers nice and wide, point your index fingers forward, tuck your toes under, and come into a downward facing dog. So we're going right into the down dog. And then go ahead and start with your knees a little bit bent. I'm going to say take the feet a little wider on the sticky mat for this first round. And then just get your upper back, your lower back, your mid back, and your arms to really lengthen. So you want to feel this sense of your legs moving back. The thigh bones are lifting, the sitting bones are lifting. And then some of us start to work the heels down, maybe getting the legs to straighten a little bit. Good. Walk the feet a little closer together so they're more hips distance apart. And then begin to pedal the legs. So bend a knee and straighten the other. And then switch sides, allowing the hips to shift a little bit from side to side. So a little back and forth and back and forth. Really gripping the mat with your fingertips, your knuckles. Shake your head yes and no. Go ahead and slow the pedaling of your legs. On your inhale, move to plank position. So shoulders above your wrists, pause in the plank pose. Exhale back to downward facing dog. So just a little shoulder warm up. Inhale, move to plank pose again. Shoulders above the wrist, look slightly forward. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. And then last time, inhale, move to plank pose, top of a push-up. Keep pressing the mat away. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Keep your hands where they are. Walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat. And then once you're at the top of your mat, you can have your feet about hips distance apart. On your next inhale, lengthen your spine and reach your heart forward. And then as you exhale, just go ahead and fold forward. And then when you're in this forward fold, you can take a hold of opposite elbows. Let your upper body hang. A little sway from side to side. A little rock forward and back. Okay. Stay in your forward fold again. Lower your hands to the mat. If you have to bend the knees, do that. And then again, inhale, lengthen your spine. Heart moves forward. Now keep the flat back. Just bring the hands towards your hips. Press the feet down as you inhale. Slowly come all the way up to stand. And then once you're standing, let your arms relax by your sides. Heel toe your feet together so your knees and toes are pointing forward. Now press the feet into the floor. On your inhale, stretch the arms wide and up towards the ceiling. Nice slow inhale, looking up. Exhale, lower the hands to the floor and fold. Release your head and your neck. Now inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, find your flat back. Now gently lower your hands and step your right foot to the back of your mat so you're in a nice long runner's lunge. So bend the front knee deeply. Now inhale to plank position. Left foot next to right foot, pause in the plank. Exhale, lower slow, chaturanga. You can come to the floor. I usually do for the first time, first round. And then point the toes, inhale to a cobra. Or if you're ready for an upward facing dog. And then exhale, lower yourself down. Tuck your toes and make your way back to down dog. You can press through a push-up if you'd like for that. Now from here, inhale, lift the right leg slowly towards the ceiling. So we're moving a little bit for this practice. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Deep lunge, keep a lift through the back leg, look forward. Now inhale, step to the front of your mat and lengthen your spine. So find Ardha Uttanasana right away and fold forward as you exhale, release your head. Press your feet down, inhale, come up to stand. So ground down as you stretch the arms wide and up towards the ceiling, big breath in. Exhale, arms by your sides, mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms wide and up towards the ceiling. Big inhale, looking up. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat and fold forward. Uttanasana. Now inhale, lengthen your spine again. Ardha Uttanasana. Lower your hands, step your left foot back and pause. So again, you're in this long runner's lunge. Now inhale, step right into the plank pose. So right foot next to left foot. Try to look forward a bit. Exhale, lower slowly, chaturanga. Bend the elbows. You can lower halfway or all the way. And then point your toes as you inhale. Find your up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift your knees and your hips for downward facing dog. Now from the down dog, inhale, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling, straight up if you can. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Bending your left knee deeply, look forward. Now inhale, step to the front of your mat and find your flat back, so reach your heart forward. Exhale and fold, release the head. Press the feet down, inhale, rise up to stand, so ground to lift, stretch the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, big inhale. Exhale, bring your arms by your sides, mountain pose. Bend your knees for chair, Utkatasana. So sit back, reach the arms forward and up. Look towards your thumbs if you can. Fold as you exhale. Bring the hands to the mat and lower, straightening the knees. Inhale, find a flat back, lengthen your spine. Good. Now lower your hands and step or jump, moving through your vinyasa. So if you're jumping, land with your elbows bent or step to plank and lower. Then inhale into your cobra, your upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bring the feet a little closer together. Now lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and rotate your right knee and toes to your right. Lift your right leg a little higher and bend your right knee, press the right foot to your left. And as you do that, keep working your left outer hip back and draw the navel in. Lift the left forearm some. Now straighten the right leg and square off your hips. So keep the right leg straight, but turn your right knee and toes down. Flex your foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior one. So place the right foot in between the hands and then lower the back foot to the floor. Ground through the heel. And then facing forward, inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. One inhale here. And then as you exhale, come into warrior two. So open the arms out to the side and adjust your front foot. Keep the right knee and toes pointing forward. Inhale, straighten your right knee, lift your quadricep muscles. Exhale, triangle pose. So Trikonasana. Go ahead and lower your right hand if you need it on a block or your shin or ankle. Or if you can touch the floor, bring your hand behind your right leg. Now ground through the front inner foot as you move the front sitting bone, the right sitting bone towards the back heel. Lengthen the bottom waist and lean the top shoulder back. See if you can lean your head back and look up. Take another breath in. Now bring your left hand to your left hip and look down towards the mat. Setting up for half moon pose. Start by bending your right knee. Place your right hand in front of your right foot. And then as you slide your left foot forward, keep your right knee bent when you lift your left leg up. With your right knee bent, keep grounding through the inner heel and keep the right outer hip steering back and flex your lifted foot. Now start to straighten the right knee as well. And then take the top arm up again. Option to lean your head back, look to the side, or look up towards the left hand. Take another breath in. You're going to come back to triangle pose. So look down, bend the right leg, step the left foot back, and then from there, straighten the right knee. Breathe in and exhale. Now inhale, stand up, rising up, arms wide. And then rebend the right knee for warrior two. With your right knee bent, turn the palm of the right hand up. Inhale, reverse the warrior. So stretch the right arm up and overhead. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to the floor and spin onto the ball of your back foot. Step your feet into plank position. Right foot next to left foot. Exhale, lower slow, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press the palms of the hands and the feet down. Lift your chest, maybe your legs for up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, and make your way back into downward facing dog. Bring the feet closer together. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Turn your left knee and toes out to the left. Lift your left leg higher and bend your left knee. Press the left foot to the right. Again, try to keep your arms parallel and keep the right outer hip steering back and in. Now from there, straighten your left leg and once again, square off the hip. So take the left outer hip, turn it down so the left foot and knee are pointing straight to the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior one. So place the foot between the hands and then gently lower the back foot to the floor. And then from there, slowly inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana 1, arms up. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Open the arms wide to the side. Now look towards your left hand. Inhale, straighten your left knee. Again, try to lift up through the quadriceps. Exhale into triangle pose. So Trikonasana, left hand down, right arm up. And then just a few deep breaths. Again, ground through the feet. Really lift up through the kneecaps. Make sure you're not locking in the front knee. And then take your whole upper body, lean it back a little bit. But keep your belly moving in. And try to turn the left ribs up so the right shoulder leans back. It feels really good. Look up if you can. Take another inhale. Now start to slowly lower your right hand to your right hip. And look down, preparing for half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Bend your left knee. Bring your left hand in front of your foot. Again, slide your right foot in first. Keep your left knee bent, at least in the beginning, as you lift your back leg. And then when you lift your back leg, lengthen the heel towards the wall that's behind you. So slide your heel in line with the sacrum. Keep working the left inner thigh forward, and then start to slowly straighten your left leg. Take the right arm up when you're ready. Lean the right shoulder back, maybe look to the side or look up. One more inhale. Now looking down, come into triangle pose as gracefully as you can. Bend your left leg, step the right foot back, and then from there, go ahead and straighten both knees, triangle pose. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Press the feet down, inhale, slowly stand, and then come back to warrior 2. So rebend the left knee, look towards the left hand. Turn the palm of your left hand up. Inhale, reverse the warrior. So take it back. Exhale, bring both hands onto the floor. Spin onto the ball of the back foot. Step your feet into plank pose. So left foot next to right foot. Exhale, lower slowly. Chaturanga, bend the elbows. Slide forward for your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a slow breath in and a slow exhale out. Okay, one more standing pose sequence. Lift your right leg straight up as you inhale. As you exhale, step the foot in between your hands and set up for pyramid pose. So once your right foot's in between your hands, hop your back foot a little further forward so your feet are a little closer together, but not too close together, and straighten both legs. Now keep the right knee and toes pointing forward. Angle your left toe slightly to the left. Use blocks under your hands if you need it. Now really square off your hips, and then lengthen your spine. Reach your heart forward. And then from there, fold forward. If you have a lot of range of motion, walk your hands towards the front of your mat. So if your hamstrings are fairly open, crawl the hands forward. This should feel really good. Keep grounding through the front inner foot and keep working the front outer hip back. Okay. Now we're heading into a twist here. So bring your hands back towards your right foot. And then one more time, straighten your arms, lengthen your spine. Good, move your left hand closer to the right foot. Some of us place the left hand on the outside of the right foot. And then start to reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Twist your upper body to the right. Keep grounding through your back foot. Keep the front knee and toes pointing forward. Try to keep your hips real stable, so keep firming the outer hips in, and then twist from the belly, twist from the waist. Lean the top shoulder back, and if you can, look up. Take another big inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, hands down towards the mat. Now straighten your arms as you lengthen your spine. Go ahead and rebend the right knee and step the left foot to the back of the mat. Now pause, inhale, plank pose, right foot next to left foot. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Setting up for pyramid. So hop the back foot in about a quarter of the way. Straighten both legs. Line up your feet so there's a little space between your heels. And really square your hips off. And then lengthen your spine again. Reach your heart forward. From there, see if you can fold forward. And then when you do fold, again, try to walk your hands towards the front of your mat. Keep grounding through the back heel. Work both your back inner thigh and outer thigh straight back. And really firm the outer legs in. Okay. Now crawl your hands back towards the front foot. Last time, inhale, straighten your arms. Now bring your right hand closer to the left foot. Again, you can slide the hand to the outside of the left foot. Ground through the foot in the hand. Start to turn your upper body over to the left without moving your legs too much. So that back leg likes to tip forward. See if you can keep pressing the top of your back leg back. Keep firming the left outer hip in, and then twist the ribs. Turn the right ribs to the left. Lean the left shoulder back. Try to look up, almost there. Take another inhale. Exhale, bring both hands to the mat. Now from here, lengthen your spine as you breathe in. Bend the left knee and step the right foot back so you're in a lunge again. Plank pose, left foot next to right foot. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, take a big breath in through your nose. Open the mouth and let it out. Ha. Okay, inhale, lift your heels up. Look towards your thumbs, bend your knees, and jump to the front of the mat, or simply step. Now lengthen your spine as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Good, now from this forward fold, separate your feet wider than your hips. Turn your heels and in your toes out, and then come into a deep squat. So after all that, this should feel quite nice. I find squats to be very therapeutic in the middle of the day too. So if you're spending a lot of time sitting at your desk, at home, at your home desk, whatever it is you're doing on your couch, just coming up and squatting for a few breaths, that might be all you need, might be all you have time for. Good. Press your knees apart, press the knees into the arms, lift your chest, relax the shoulders, steady your breath. All right, take another inhale and exhale. All right, now gently lower your hands to the floor and start to straighten your knees again. And then from here, walk your feet towards each other so you're back in a forward fold. Now lengthen your spine. Inhale, find a flat back. Good. Lower your hands, step to plank or jump to chaturanga. And we're going to come all the way to the floor. So all the way down to the floor. Okay. Now once you're on your bellies, point your toes, press the hands down, and lift your chest just a tiny bit. Now once you lift your chest a tiny bit, so it's like a very low cobra, lift your right leg, and then work the right inner thigh up a little bit. And then go ahead and lower the right foot down. And then lift your left leg, roll the left inner thigh up a little bit, and then lower your left foot down. Now, reach your arms back Lift your chest a little higher and lift your legs up. Breathe. Press the pubic bone down and keep your knees straight. Point those toes. Take another breath in. All right, make a little pillow with the hands and turn one cheek to the floor so your head is turning to one side. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out through the nose. Okay. Good. Now, let's reach the arms back again. And you can do this sequence in locust pose. So you can do what we're going to do in locust, if you prefer, which is this guy with the legs straight and the arms reaching back. Some of us are going to bend the knees and grab the feet, or perhaps the ankles and flex the feet if that's the case. Now kick your feet into your hands, lift your chest, lift your legs, take an inhale. Now keep a hold on to your feet or ankles and then just kind of lower down again. But keep holding onto the feet if you have them. And then inhale, press into bow pose again. So press down to lift your chest, lift your legs. And exhale, go ahead and lower. And one more time, press the pubic bone down, lift up, bow pose, lift it even higher if you can. And exhale, lower. Okay, release the legs if you have them. Make a pillow with the hands and let the opposite cheek drop down. Couple of deep breaths. And exhale. All right. Now from here, set up as if you're coming into cobra. So point your elbows back with the palms flat. And then one more time, tuck your toes. Press your knees away from the floor. Take an inhale. Press up to plank as you exhale. So press the mat away. Hover in the plank. Take an inhale. And come into downward dog, exhale. Hips up, thighs back. Big breath in. And a nice long exhale out. Now inhale, lift your heels up. Look forward, bend the knees, jump through to a seat. And then once you're sitting, lie down on your back. Once you're on your backs, we're going to set up for a thread the needle or supine pigeon. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee, your thigh, and then draw your left knee towards you. Grab a hold of the back of your left leg, or if you can reach the front of your left shin. Try to keep your right foot flexed. And as you bring your right ankle towards you, kind of drawing your left knee in, move your right knee away from you so you really get into that outer hip. Keep the head relaxed on the floor and try to keep relaxing the shoulders. Just a few more cycles of breath, inhaling slowly. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, and then place your left foot on the floor. Cross your right knee on top of the left knee. So we're staying with this side. So rather than having the ankle, now we're going to cross the right knee on top of the left knee. Shift your hips a little bit to the right, and then lower your knees to your left. And as you lower the knees to the left, turn the left ribs towards the right and reach your right arm over to the right. Relax the shoulder. Take a few slow breaths. Good. Now start to slowly make your way onto your backs again. And center the hips. And we'll take thread the needle on the second side. So take your left ankle and cross it on top of the right thigh. And then from here, bring the right knee into the chest, holding onto the back of the leg or again the front of the shin. You might feel a difference on this side, so feel free to modify if you need to or change things up a little bit. Good. Let the back of the head really drop. So I find that practices in the middle of the day, even though it's really hard to motivate for them sometimes, they can have a really kind of wonderful effect on your mood, really wonderful effect on your body. So again, it's kind of almost like a little caffeine jolt without the caffeine, so you don't have that crash. place the right foot down and cross your left knee on top of the right knee. So we're twisting to the second side. Shift the hips a little bit to the left and lower the knees over to the right. And take your left arm and reach it to the left. And turn the palm to face up. And turning the ribs slightly. Couple more deep breaths. Start to make your way onto your backs again. Center the hips, bring both knees into your chest again, and then lift your head and shoulders, bring your forehead towards your knees. Just give yourself a final squeeze here. And then from there, relax your legs and the arms on the floor. Just take about a minute in Shavasana. So slide the shoulders away from the neck, let the arms and the legs relax, and just a couple of moments for yourself, letting go of any effort. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Start to move your fingers and your toes and your wrists and your ankles. Stretch your legs and arms in opposite directions. Get nice and long. And then gently begin to bring both knees into your chest. And then once you've hugged your knees in, give yourself a little squeeze, a little rock from side to side. And begin to roll over to your right side and pause in a fetal position. You could use your right arm as a pillow. And then start to gently press yourself up into a seat. And just again, it's always nice when you're done, before going back to your day, whatever you're doing, work or otherwise, your busy day, just sit up tall. Let your hands rest on your knees, palms up or down. Let your shoulders drop and close your eyes one more time. Just notice how you're feeling the effects of your practice. And maybe you had a kind of a rough start to your day, and if that's the case, this is a great time to set a new intention for the rest of the day, or to set the tone for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Go in peace. Namaste.